from the same creative team as Ultima Online, I bring you early review of Shroud of the Avatar.
Tonight began for you as many others, wandering the internet, a click here, an update there, following the various trails of your friends, both real and digital. Another evening searching for something itching in the back of your mind, something familiar yet unremembered. Much of your time of late was spent poring over ancient manuscripts describing a world apart from yours. These manuscripts were not easy to find. Hidden in corners of the dark net and forums almost impossible to access. The temptation of forbidden lore was enticing, and your time spent gaining access to this, rewarded. The documents you have found tell of a world caught in a cataclysm of destruction, enough power to rip the moons themselves from the sky and destroy what civilization existed. It tells of people struggling to survive, of wars and dark magic and heroic deeds. As you read of the world after, of compacts agreed, civilization restored, and oracles consulted, your excitement grew. The documents were all unclear on issues of time and space and place, as if the world they described was apart yet close by. So close that you felt something call to your very spirit. This world and its struggle is where you want to be. And you felt for the first time the pull of your destiny. As you read from the ancient manuscripts, that pull became more and more fierce, more and more physical. You feel more strongly than you have felt anything before. Your heart races, your muscles flex as though you were in an illusion, one from which you would awake if only you would just open your eyes.
Hey guys, it's Feral Crafter, and this is Shroud of the Avatar, Forsaken Virtues. I've only played a few hours, but I'd like to do a early game review. This game requires patience, and it's meant to be an adventure. You're supposed to be hunting for everything. It's not just all items are given to you, all resources are given to you. It is an adventure. It really is. Now, the graphics is good. It's not the best, but I'm not looking for the best. I'm looking for functionality, and that's what this game has. Now, you can min-max this game. There's a forum you can find where all the items are and just hunt down exactly what you want. But I find adventuring around and just stumbling upon items just to be exciting and enjoyable. So that's what this game has. One of the features I really like in this game is that you can click on objects. Things do stuff. And even like talking to people. They'll have underlined words, you double click it, like this guard you have to talk to for him to actually open up the door. And then it opens. So I enjoy the interaction. Let's talk about character creation. It is a new game, so it's a little light on the character creation. Just create one and go. And then when the world starts, you're kind of left with like, what do I do? Well, you can do anything. This is not level based, this is actually skill based. So everything you do will have experience. It will give you experience, and all items will be craftable. You can kill a chicken. As for crafting, you'll find that the recipes are not all at one vendor, and every vendor has a different assortment. For example, each farmer has a slightly different group of items. It's taken me a while to find the chestnuts to make the cooking oil. And you'll have to look for basic things, like how to take scraps of metal and turn them into iron ingot. It is a recipe, or you can learn it yourself. I haven't figured that one out, but again, this is an early game review. Now, moving on to graphics, I do enjoy the way the game looks. It is, I don't know, it feels like an old school game, but with a lot more imagination, a lot more creativity. Like, the moons have collided and they're sending down shards constantly. There's advanced tech within the game, and it seems like there's a lot more thought put into this game. I get the feeling that this game has a lot more potential and has a lot more story going on than what's currently in it. It is still in beta, but as you can tell by the artwork, they have great plans for all sorts of other stuff. But it leaves me excited to see what's coming next, almost to the point of dancing. But then again, this is concept art, and you see it in the transition between zones. Yes, there are loading zones. But let's talk about fighting. Press Z to pull out the weapon, and then you just charge in and fight. The character automatically starts swinging, doing his own thing, and then your spells, your actions give bonuses based on what it does. And it's a bit EverQuest-ish, but very good. I do enjoy the fighting in the game. One nice feature is that the NPCs will attack the monsters, the wildlife, and the wildlife will attack each other. There's times you're wandering and you see wolves attacking deers and bears attacking wolves and NPCs attacking wildlife. And here we've got both, all three of them. There's thugs, there's obsidian elves, and there's wildlife. So this is pretty cool. I like it. Let's see. What else is there? Oh yes, there's harvesting and mining. This is foraging. You'll find a few sporadic plants out there that you can just harvest. This is the cotton used for thread for tailoring. Then there's harvesting of trees used for weapons and furniture, but you can't harvest any tree. There's specific ones. This is the red one. There's a gray one, and I know there's a few others, but there just needs to be more. The next thing is mining. The ore is rather hidden. This one is iron. This one is silver. And there's others. There's rubies and emeralds and everything else. So plenty of stuff to go around hacking up and pocketing. Just be aware that a lot of the resources is hidden. Like this one's silver. See it? Ah, there it is. So just a heads up, keep your eyes open. There's plenty of resources. But wait, take a seat. There's more. There's player housing. Now these are not cheap. You need a land deed, you need a lot deed, and then you need to build the structure itself. And look to spend about 300,000 gold in-game currency for these. And yes, this castle is one of them. So there's a lot of options here, and then you can come up with your own. For those that have the patience, I salute you, and I look forward to seeing you in game. So that's the early review, and I'd highly recommend playing the game. Thank you for watching. This is Feral Crafter, and I'll see you in game.